And we are live. What's up, everyone? My name's Corny Phil, and today we're playing a new game called Prison Architect. This is a game that's in its alpha stage of development, meaning, well, basically this is the earliest build of the game that functions. So it's a little rough around the edges, but it's a very fun game. It's on Steam right now for 30 bucks, so I just wanted to show you guys it. So we're going to create a new prison. We'll do large, turn Fog of War off. I'm playing kind of an easier mode because, let's face it, it's easier. And let's do this. Okay, so pause time. Alright. Now, my brother's been playing SimCity, and this game kind of makes me think of it. Basically, I'm building a prison. I'm an employee of a private prison firm, and our goal is to build the best prison we can and make money from it. So here's our little Bob the Builder looking workmen. They're going to help me build my prison. But first, let's enter planning mode and just plan out what my prison's going to look like. Or actually, first thing, CEO's letter, congratulations, blah, 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 blah. I should get all this stuff running. Okay, whatever, goodbye. Okay, so I've played this game a fair bit, so I know what I'm doing. So I'm going to kind of blow through some of the boring stuff so I can get to the actual building of my prison. What I'm gone on to right now is the grants tab. Now, the grants, basically semi-free money. They give me a bunch of mission objectives, basically, to do things like build a basic detention center, get my admin center running, medical wards, increasing the size of my cells and stuff. So now that we have that, we can start planning. Now, first thing we're going to do, we're going to get a... No, that's a little too close. We'll do it right about here. Now, first thing we're going to want is a holding cell. Now, a holding cell requires a couple of things. The key one being it be 5 by 5 and have some certain stuff in it that I'll show later. So we're going to build a nice 11 by 11 square there and 11 by 11 square there. Cut out a spot for the doors. This will probably eventually be our infirmary, our medical wing, but we'll get to that later. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leave enough room for a path. Oops. 3, 4, 5. Okay. So over here, we're going to build our admin center. Now, my admin or my administrators, 1, 2, 3, 4. Are basically the guys that let me do all sorts of things in prison. And I've already made a mistake, yeah. This game brings out probably the worst in me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll be generous. This game kind of brings out the worst in me. I think it's something I might have inherited from my dad a little bit. Oops. In that I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I'm like, you're going to see me doing this planning mode and just like sitting here trying to make everything perfect. Perfect. It must be perfect. All right, so there we go. We got a nice little office building that will eventually fill up with some administrators. Right now I'm in time frozen mode because this game is played on timers. So now, right next to this, I think we build our first cell block. We build a nice, big building, like that. And cells require 2 by 3 and some stuff. 1, 2, 3. So I will show you guys how I designate what a room is, but I just want to build the basic of my prison so I can show you that stuff while my workers work. So what I'm doing right now, cells have to be 2 by 3, so I'm just marking off all my cells. Just so I can keep an idea of how many people can fit in my prison. I did mess it up. How best to go about this? Could just have one really big cell. Or, no. Shoot. Oh God. See, I've already done it. I can't have it be unbalanced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a pretty good number. 12 cells, and we'll do a almost equal number on the other side, except we'll stop right there. And the reason I will explain in a second, so designate more cells. Yeah, but it's a really kind of a nifty game. It's a little difficult because, there's some balancing issues, I think. Maybe I missed the point, but it feels like there's some gameplay stuff that isn't. Is that 7? No. There we go. 8. I feel like there's some gameplay things that aren't fully implemented, aren't like properly fixed yet, and the result is some parts of the game are easier than they should be and other parts are harder. But ultimately it's okay. That's life. Hang on for just a second. Let me make sure of something. Yes, good, good. Okay, sorry, I just had to make sure I was recording sound because it would have really sucked if I wasn't getting sound. So, let's see, what are we going to do up here? Yeah, we need, let's face it, criminals, not the best smelling of people, so we're going to need a shower. And, the court does mandate that prisoners be given time to relax, I guess. I'm not sure why, but the law says I have to give them a common room, so there we are. And then we'll build up here, nice and over a little bit. And I won't need to do that far. Let's see. There's 2. We're gonna have a pretty big prison, so I think we're gonna need a few more. Oops. There we go. That should do it. Bingo. And we'll have a nice little wing of solitary confinement cells, because let's face it, criminals are bad people. So we got our first main cell block here. Cut a door out for that. Our shower and common room. Then our solitary, just in case somebody is bad. So one more thing we're going to need. Prisoners got to eat. So we're going to build a nice large canteen. Take out a spot for the door there. And yeah, the reason I'm doing this is just so I can see. So there we go. This is going to look like the basis of our prison. But so now I can start getting into the actual building. So we're going to lay the foundations. Now the way this game works is there's indoors and outdoors. The way to change between the two of them is you lay foundation, like so. So now I've designated that needs to become a building. So in a second, once I finish labeling all these areas that I want to become buildings, and this is actually one of the faults in this game, in my opinion, is it doesn't handle structures that are, like, see there, because it was red, it wouldn't let me finish it. It doesn't really handle structures that aren't perfectly square. Like, it adapts well enough, but it isn't great. So now they all require entrances, but we'll hold off on putting doors until we actually have stuff. So now I need to go into the staff tab here. Go ahead and 1, 2, 3. Hire a few more workmen just to make it work. And one final thing before we set our workmen to work is, what is a prison without barbed wire fencing? So let's go like that. 30 meters of fence. There we go. There we go. Cut out a spot for the door. Perfect. And then we're going to need like a yard or something. You know, like some nice open area. So oops, we'll stick nice. And a fence is actually kind of awesome in this game because it's free. Oh wow, that was perfect. I actually labeled it all. So there we go. That's the basis of our prison. So now let's kick it into high gear, spend all our money, and now watch our workmen get to work. Let's see. Yeah, see, there they go, building the fences. Look at them go. Guys got screwdrivers and hammers, and they're just, look at them go. Yeah, get it, guys. Woo! Woo! Okay, and good reinforcements. Where the devil are you guys going? Get back to work. Okay, so while we're here, I'm going to go into the rooms tab. Now this is where I can actually designate things for various stuff. So, as an example, deliveries. We have a really small deliveries area, which is where all our stuff gets delivered. So I'm going to expand that just so I don't have a massive pileup of trucks. And we'll also label a storage area back in here, I think. And it's just like, I could build a building for it, but I think I'm just going to build a nice open area where we can pile up all the crap. Now, so here we go. These guys are lifting, what is that, like 20 metric tons of cement? They're just lifting it like anything. Look at this guy. He's laying steel. He's carrying a steel girder like it isn't a thing. These guys are bosses. Anyway, so now we got some of my workmen working on their fence. Ooh, they already finished up there. Nice. So now we need to go into objects and start putting in some doors. Jail doors. Put jail door on our holding cell. Large jail door on our main cell block in the kitchen. And we'll put staff doors, meaning only staff members can open them on the others. There we go. So now, this one, as soon as this, oh, it is installed, so yes! There we go. So now look at that. It's now a building. Has a roof, it just doesn't show it. And we can designate this our holding cell. Woo! Now let's see what a holding cell requires. It requires minimum 5x5, indoors, toilet, bench. So let's go ahead. We'll drop a bench right here, and a couple of toilets. Well, we'll make a nice big holding. We'll make a nice heavy capacity holding cell because we have no idea how many people we're going to need for that. So once that gets installed, oh, and our offices are done, which is good because now we can go. We can start creating some. Stuff here, so we can go ahead to rooms, designate this an office. And now the offices are kind of important because what they do is they let you pick up your administrators, and your administrators do a variety of different things that's important. An office requires office desk, chair, filing cabinet, so we'll go ahead and get all that stuff in here because the first thing we need to hire is a warden. And the warden will be the guy that kind of runs our prison. He does a lot of important stuff. So we'll go ahead and get that installed as we work everywhere else. So like this one, we still need to put that last steel girder in, and this building will be finished too. Why is it? Did I put it in the wrong spot. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Planning is only as good until you give up on it. Okay, so we got 20 hours and change until our prisoners arrive. Our workmen are actually working fairly quickly for once, which is exciting. So let's look into some other things we need. Utilities. We gotta. I mean, this is the view of this prison. Let me see where my power and light is going. So right now, we're gonna need a power station for sure. We need some capacitors, which basically boost how much power I have on my generator. We'll also need a water station, which just lets me pump water. Oh wow, and the big one just finished, so hooray for that. And look at them go. They're cranking through this stuff. They've built like a whole prison in a couple of hours. Very impressive. So almost all our buildings are done. Our fence is being worked on. Oh, we forgot a door. Very important. Don't want our prisoners running off, do we? There we go. So our first office is set up. We'll be waiting on them to finish that. Our canteen should be bingo, finished now. So we're just waiting on this one steel. There it is. I'm not sure if that door works or not. Apparently it does. Okay, perfect. So now my workers are installing the lights, and as you can see, they all need power. But since we don't have a power station yet, that's kind of a moot point. So this poor little guy right here, all by himself. All the other guys are over here working a chain gang, basically, and this guy's all by his lonesome. He must smell bad or something. We know what you did, buddy. Yeah, you. Carry on. Alright, so while those guys finish the fence, we're going to have some good progress in the rest of the facility here. Just going to walk in and... Oh, here we go. They're installing our power and water. Very important, because the court mandates that I provide my prisoners power and water. I swear, prisoners get babied in this country. They should be grateful I'm not leaving them in a hole in a ditch, desert somewhere. So while we're doing that, we're going to build some of our brick walls here. Just like these will be the divisions between cells and stuff. All stuff I want to get going or have queued up while we wait. That's our shower and common room and our solitary. So let's go back into utilities mode. Pause time here for a second and get everything connected up. So we'll connect our power and water there first. Then the way power works in this game is kind of cool. The main power cables, what I'm laying right now, generate little offshoots naturally. So I'll be able to show you once these are laid, but basically I don't have to hit every light with a main power line, because I mean that's not very realistic either. You just have to get close, and then the wiring can be run off. Is this the most efficient way? No, it isn't. Well, actually it probably is. Yeah. It's not the most efficient way, but it'll do. Power cabling's cheap, and it's important to make sure this whole prison has light. So there we go. Now all our prisons should be loaded up. So let's watch our workers get to work here while we plan out what to build next. Is our office installed? It is not installed. We're still waiting on the installation for that. So there we go. Our power power station's online, water pump's waiting on receiving power, which it is now. Hooray! We now have water. And as you can see, it tells us how much draw is on the power. It's, you know, barely anything worth mentioning right now. But if it gets too high, we could lose power in the entire facility, so we'll need to make sure that we keep an eye on that. How are you stuck? There we go. There we go. So now we got our guys hooking up the power, and hopefully, there we go. Lights! Let there be light. And very good. Our workmen are now getting our benches and doors and toilets installed, and presto, it's now a holding cell. Oh, but now we need water. Alright, we're going to have to hook these up to a water pipe soon, but I think we got some time before we do that. Our office is being finished as well, so let's pause time real quick. Let's see, we have 8 prisoners arriving tomorrow, so let's prep 8 cells. Now, I could prep all of them, but that might be a little expensive, so we're just going to prep the 8 we need for now, and if we have extra money, you know, after we figure out how much, you know, getting the basic prisoners is going to cost us. So, this isn't actually a requirement on the cells. They don't have to have doors. I mean, I suppose in theory you could have kind of an open plan prison. But I personally don't like that because it gives you no control over your prisoners. And honestly, my view of prison is if you're in prison, it's pretty likely it's because you've done something wrong. And if you did something wrong, you deserve to be punished. So why should society baby you, you know, and give you a fair break? Now, maybe that's a little controversial, but that's how I feel about it. So there we go. We got our 8 cells prepped. Still hooking up the power. And if we go into utilities view real quick, as you can see, the main power line branches off all over the place. So, you know, it's getting all the corners and stuff. And that little corner's going to be a little dark, but whatever. Not my problem. Our workmen are working nice and quick, so got our holding cell prepped. Our infirmary we'll deal with eventually. Oh, our office is done. Perfect. So now we can hire a warden. Aha! Oh, look at him. Oh, I have a mustache. I'm ready to go. Now, the warden unlocks the bureaucracy tab. Now, bureaucracy is just all the various things useful. So first of all, we need a finance. We need an accountant. I'd also like to have doctors, psychologists, and maintenance. It's a lot of stuff to queue up, but our warden will just read up on it and get approved in the various things he needs to get approved on. And hopefully, yep, there he goes. Once that's all done, we'll have a functioning admin center. So let's see, well, how are we doing in life here? Doing good. So prisons are done. Now that we know where the toilets are going to be, let's do some water. Alright, so the way water works is you have large pipe and small pipe. Now, the way large pipe is good for like long distance carrying. It has no limit on how far it can carry the water. Small pipe is it's actually the same price, which I disagree with. I think that's a flaw in this game right now, is that the pipe differences are the same, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It should be cheaper. I mean, it's 10 and 10. But the idea should be, in theory, that small pipe's cheaper but can only carry water so far, so you need to hook up to the main pipe to make sure that you can get everything running. So, since the walls are up, we can now designate these areas as cells. So, there we go. Alright, you know what? That's going to do it for this episode. I'm going to go ahead and pause time. Tune back in next time. We'll finish building our prison, and in 16 hours, which hopefully should be next episode, we'll have a fully functional prison. Thanks for watching. See ya.